Let's rate 4 more Silksong bosses. Spoiler warning, I found all of these bosses while exploring in Act 2, and I think every single one is optional, so you might have missed them. Up first, we have the four brothers Cygnus and Gron. This is a very fun fight where you start by battling only the dude with the staff, Cygnus. There's a little bit of minion spawn, but you can take them out pretty quickly by knocking them into the lava, so it's not a huge deal. After a little while, Gron shows up, which of course makes things a little bit more chaotic as he throws his exploding spear at you. Finally, when you take one down, a new environmental hazard is added to the stage. Lava will start pouring through the center of the stage every now and then. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Even though I found it very late in the game, it was still a pretty hard fight, which I enjoyed. Up next, we have 2 different rematch fights. Up first is the second fight with Skull Tyrant. Once again, there's nothing too spectacular about the actual moveset of this enemy, but I think what stands out is the setting. He completely ambushes you in Bone Bottom and wreaks havoc among the town. As I was fighting him, I was really trying to kite him away from the townsfolk, but I don't think there's anything you can do to save some of them. Overall, I'll give it a 5 out of 10, mostly for the surprise. The other rematch fight is with the Savage Beastfly. This guy was a huge pain way back in Act 1, but now that I have so much more experience, I really didn't expect this to be too challenging. So I was actually pretty surprised by how difficult I found this fight. His minion spawns are even more annoying than before, where they shoot fire at you that deals double damage, and he breaks the platforms that you can stand on. I'll give this one a 6 out of 10. The rematch fight felt pretty different from the original, and I can't say the same thing about the Skull Tyrant. And then finally, we have Trobio. This guy might have the most personality out of all of the characters you fight in the game. He's a stage performer that wants to put on a dazzling show, and as a result, all of his attacks involve fireworks in some way. Honestly, I was a little bit disappointed that he wasn't a bigger deal. This boss is kind of foreshadowed. You can see the entrance to his stage, and there's a little note about him well before you actually make it to him. So I had kind of hyped him up in my head to be this new Nightmare King Grim type figure. And really, he's not that at all. The fight is tough, but there's this air of whimsy that kind of makes it feel a little bit less important. I'll give him a 7 out of 10. Follow for more as we're reaching the end of the game because